Salutations, I'm Artsy Abby, and this is part 2 of my I'm a Mermaid series. I'm wearing my Little Mermaid shirt in honor of it. You can't see it very well. I hope you enjoy it. It's just a continuation of the buffoonery that was happening last time, and I think I tell a story about how I convinced a kid that I was a mermaid. Good times. Good times.
I just love. I mean,
Ooh.
maybe I should do the video. So, sub story. Hi, I'm Abigail's sister. When we were younger, she claims that I told her she was adopted, but like it was a mutual thing. We were kind of like, bro, Abigail, you're adopted, and we found this letter that I think Abigail just wrote, and it was like, oh, Abigail was found on the beach.
So I wrote, like, in this letter, I guess I wrote it. I don't remember writing it, actually. But it was in my handwriting. So we found this letter, and it said, like, Abigail was found on this date, aka my birthday, at Myrtle Beach when her parents were, like, running the marathon or whatever. Oof. And, it, like, had this whole backstory about how they found her on the beach.
Yeah.
And her was me. And it was...
Honestly, it was really pretty realistic. I mean, as a child, which I was a child, and we saw how much Abigail believed this lie. So, I mean, I was
Didn't you think?
convinced.
Yeah, because I remember one time, like, I came out of the bathroom after, like, taking a long bath or something, and you were like, what are you doing in there? And I'm like, none of your business. And because Maggie was in elementary school, and I was all like, oh, I can't tell her about this secret that I have. It's such a secret.
I knew.
Even though I've never even turned into
They
anything.
look the same. Like,
I
they're
knew she was the
obviously
mermaid.
sisters.
You know what? That's called psychology.
Well, I mean, one has dark hair and one has light hair, so.
Well, and all of my family has dark hair, like,
Everyone
on my mom's
looks like
side.
me. It's true. Attractive.
Oh, wow.
Witty.
That's the truth.
Everyone looks witty.
Yeah. That's fine. Have a look.
Alexander Clam.
Yeah, this is
Alexander Clamilton.
Alexander Clambell. That's from SpongeBob. What is this? Oh! So I started writing, like, this story about this girl named Angelina and then this guy named Eric, and, like, Eric was just this regular kid and, like, in high school or something, and then Angelina was, like, supposed to be like me. And she was, like, undercover to try and figure out this stuff about how her mom was killed. And she, like, went on land. She was a mermaid, by the way. And she lived with this guy named Stark. And I had never seen, like, Iron Man at this point. So I was just like, oh, Stark's a cool name. It sounds like shark. And so I wrote this whole story, and it's called Beneath the Surface. I am an introvert. That means when I'm feeling... Okay, what is that? That's sad. Okay, we're not gonna read that. I'm not depressed. I can still smile at pretty things. Okay, we're not reading my dark poetry, my angsty poetry. It's so interesting to go back and, like, look at your brain like that. Oh, and then when I hadn't, like, come to terms with me not being a mermaid, even though, like, part of me still, like, wants to believe that I'm a mermaid just because I love the ocean and stuff so much. Like, I had so much hope in this dream that, like,
Oh my gosh.
I would, like, pray for God to make me a mermaid. Like, that's sort of, I don't know if that's blasphemous, but I was like, Lord.
That's just childish. That's
Yeah.
just like a misunderstanding.
Yeah, because I wanted to, like,
Hey.
explore the ocean and
Hey.
stuff.
What about the time?
Come over here.
So Abigail and I were at the beach, Myrtle Beach specifically, and
I don't know what she's gonna say.
we were just joking around. We were walking with this guy, and he's like a little boy, like not like a weird
Oh, I
kid.
remember this!
And Abigail and I, like, we did not even talk about this, but we like sent a mind sister message. This is what the message said: we're gonna convince this kid that Abigail's a mermaid. And this is what happened. Do you yell it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh my gosh, it was so good.
It was so
It was
good!
so good. He believed it.
He
And
did!
he was scared.
And he was afraid of me. Anyways,
So
continue.
we were walking on the beach. Like, we went for a pretty long walk. I mean, we walked like 5 miles on the beach. So we were walking, And I look at him and I was like, hey. So Abigail like walks ahead, kind of like she gets all distant.
Whenever I'm at the beach, I just like stare off into the distance and like walk alone. I'm just like, I'm a teenager walking on the beach. Whenever I was a kid, I'd do that. I don't really do that anymore.
Oh,
but
really?
so yeah.
I'm telling the story. And so
because I thought I was a mermaid.
She does something really weird that she has to keep in when she has this.
wait, look.
Did it look funny?
Wait.
I can't do this. I'm going to
stuck up behind Gracie. Wait, Gracie, can you scoot your legs over a tad bit?
dance with Appa.
Gracie, don't fall asleep.
Are you ready to rock? Yeah, so we were like, okay, let's convince this guy that Abigail's a mermaid. So she walks ahead. She just kind of gets away from us. And I look at him. I lean over him. I pull him close. And I go, hey, you want to know a secret? And he was like, he's like a pretty little. I mean, not little. He's like probably 14 at this time.
Yeah.
I was
like, he wasn't that little.
I mean, like, I was like 16 or 17, but still, he's like childish too. And so I was like, you want a secret? He's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, Abigail? She's a mermaid. And he was like, no, you're lying. You're lying to me. And I was like, no, bro, she's a mermaid. And she like looks back at us and is like,
I walked to y'all and he was just sort of like,
yeah,
well, are you a mermaid?
So Abigail like looked at us and she walked back to us. And he was like, hey, Abigail. He like looked at me and I was like, can you ask if he was?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, are you a mermaid? And she was like,
well, no, I was denying it. I was like, oh, no.
But, like, in a very, like we deny things
no,
to be
know,
like, oh, yeah.
You know, no. Maggie, why would you say that?
And I was like, yeah, I guess I'm good going here. I didn't even think it would work, but.
So, tell the next part.
So, my favorite part. So, it was just a lot of convincing. Like, it was a lot of, no, like, she is a mermaid. Like, I know she's a mermaid. I've seen her as a mermaid. And
listen, I had, like, ventured ahead now.
Yeah, so she was all distant. And so, we, like, looked at each other to talk. And all of a sudden, Abigail's gone. And he, like, freaked. He's like, oh, where's Abigail? Where's Abigail? And I was like, oh, my gosh. I was like, where did she go? And so, we look over. And she had, with her clothes on.
I had clothes
jumped into the ocean like a mermaid. I mean,
I had no fear.
Full on jumped in the ocean and was like swimming and like surfaced her head a little bit and was just like.
I was like deep enough. I was deep enough so that I could like be underwater.
I mean, she just jumped in.
I ran and jumped. Do you know how they like? There's this show.
And then they go. And
yeah.
Mermaids.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
I mean,
and so like I came out and I didn't have like a tail or anything, but I was like dripping water, and he was just like.
I mean, he was
talk
shook to his core.
He was just like,
was afraid
what is
of
that?
her.
And I was like, what's wrong? And he's like, you're a mermaid! You're a mermaid! And I was like, no, I'm not. What are you talking about? It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh, it was one of the most amazing
like partnership moments. Oh my goodness, that's a classic. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it made you laugh and you enjoyed it, and I embarrassed myself enough that it was humorous to you. Please like and subscribe. It's really appreciated. And I post every Sunday, upload every Sunday at 10 a.m. and Wednesday at 11 p.m. And Sundays are usually just like general videos like vlogs and stuff, but then Wednesdays I think I'm going to make my DIY days, so like DIY Wednesdays or something like that. So thanks for watching.